Hey guys, how doing? Sure here. This is a fight that got requested by Mr. X. Gokhan Saki versus Tyrone Spong. This is the first time that they fought. They did fight again a few years later, but Tyrone Spong unfortunately broke his leg during the fight. Gokhan Saki did a solid check and yeah, broke Tyrone Spong's leg. But this fight is known as being one of the best heavyweight kickboxing fights of all time. Tyrone Spong, obviously, you know, very strong, heavy puncher and very good kicker as well, but typical Dutch style, like heavy hands and strong low kicks. I mean, he did kick to midsection and stuff too. Gokhan Saki kind of fought almost more like a middleweight, in my opinion. Like, I think he did fight at lighter weights as well as heavyweight, but he had a really strong left kick. He's a strong boxing. Yeah, he did everything well, but in particular, like his lead leg kick was very strong, and he was able to switch stance really well. I feel like these came in just after like the kind of like the golden era really of heavyweight K1. They did fight with like Remy Bonyaski and stuff, but I feel like they were just a little bit past their peak by the time that these guys came in. Just my opinion, but you know, they had great fights in K1 and Glory. So yeah, let's get into it. Right. I actually met Saki a few years ago, aka Thailand, while I was training there. He was way bigger in person than he looks here. Very strong kicks, and he could throw kicks like from very close but to the head. Very flexible. Tyrone Spong's a very intimidating. Like if you look at him, like you know, very easy to be scared by him. I mean, that punch was just at the back of the head there, so I can see why Saki did complain about that. Yeah, Spong, after that fight where he broke his leg, he did carry on fighting in MMA and boxing. I think he's retired now. I think his last fight was like 2019. I actually saw him knock out Remy Bonyaski in person as well. That was after Remy Bonyaski had retired and then came back out of retirement. But yeah, I think it was at Glory 5 in London. See how well Saki gets that kick up there? And bear in mind he's a heavyweight, so you know, very difficult, but you know, he does it. I'll show you one more time. It's a really good way of making sure that, you know, Spong's keeping his hands here rather than, you know, dropping them and then being able to throw his big powerful boxing. He throws that lead leg kick almost like a heavyweight boar cow. Look at it. I mean, that's very fast for such a big guy. Yeah, I just feel like enough people don't talk about Saki and how good he was. He's one that seems to have almost been forgotten about. Maybe not among like Turkish fans, but yeah, for when people talk about the greats of K1, it's always like Peter Hurt and Ernesto Houston and stuff. But I think Saki should probably be up there as well. Saki's just busy enough to keep Spong away and like to sort of keep breaking Spong's rhythm. He's kind of making Spong just have to load up on his shots a little bit. You know, Spong knew that he was powerful, so he was willing to kind of like really like throw a lot into his shots and load up a little bit. But when you fight someone that's just busier than you, it puts you off doing that. Like having your own rhythm and momentum is very important. It's sort of like if Spong was to catch Saki and kind of get a rhythm, like, you know, pushing him back, Spong would be all over him. But Saki's just doing enough to stop him from doing that. Oh, nice little, you know, it's a good technique selection now. I'll just show you that one again. Yeah, there's not many people that can get away with doing those kind of shots, really, especially at a high level. Saki did there. I'll skip this. I don't think they show highlights here. Yeah, I mean, a good little back and forth round, really. I think Saki probably edged it, you know, K1 rules and stuff, but Spong, you know, he definitely had some success too. And Spong's got a beautiful style, you know, he's very light on his feet for a heavyweight, and yeah, I mean, you just see there in his feet, look, see how he's drawn his feet together. Saki gets a little bit of a read on it, just here, look, so his feet, they're quite close, it would be quite easy to sweep him here, and then he checks that block, drops his feet back down really close together. Now Saki's going to try flat, that little sweep. Yeah, Spong's changed stance for a second. I think he was one of these guys who's really comfortable fighting in both stances. I think Saki's the same. You know, they could both throw real heavy bombs. I just think that Spong maybe loads up just a little bit more. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that was nice by Spong there, throwing a knee into the mix. And again. So you see now, Saki's changed stance. I think the leg kicks have been getting to him a little bit from Spong. It's changed back again. But he throws that lead leg kick so well. And there's a low kick of his own. Nice. That Spong threw that really well to say how high he got his knee there. Look at how high that is. Yeah, I mean, Saki also had the ability to throw like more flicky kicks as well. Like there, you just saw one. This isn't really like a true like Muay Thai style kick, just quite flicky, but just trying to break the rhythm of Spong. See, they're both desperate to land like big shots. Yeah, I mean, you can start to see them a little bit cut, like, you know, they both want to land with power, but they're not really setting their shots up, in my opinion, to really land anything big. They both definitely felt that little low kick exchange just there. Let's see. Yeah, Saki felt that and then fired straight back, but Spong definitely felt that one too. You kind of see Spong's hands are itching to get going, like he just needs to let it go, but you know, because of how Saki's attacking, it's just doing enough to deter him from really unloading. It's what you have to do with guys like big powerful strikers like that. You have to keep breaking their rhythm and keep them guessing. Because they do just want to unload, they want to get their rhythm and then start smashing you. So if you can just keep breaking that, you know, whether it's with feints or just little like smaller attacks, you know, you'll end up making them get caught pretty still. And it really doesn't take much to break someone's rhythm. Just a jab, an inside low kick, a teep, just something just to keep their mind busy, take the mind off attacking. It's like strikers like that, like Spong and stuff. Once they do get their rhythm, and they do get to go forward, you're in trouble. Like, it's very difficult to stop them. Here you go, third round. If anyone's interested in YouTube music, it's available here. Sorry about that. You see that this what Saki does here with throwing these lead leg kicks. For me, that they're his most effective thing. Not because of the damage they're causing, just because they're breaking Spong's rhythm, making him keep his right hand where it is. Nice, like returning kick of Spong's on there. Ooh, we felt that. I'll just show you that one again. See how he sets that up? He sort of like takes almost like a half step in with his right leg and comes across. Very good. Nice. That one not landing with the same power, but you can see that Spong's Saki's changed stance to land with that left kick a little bit more, with a little more venom behind it. Now he switched back again. I think he probably hurt his shin. Spong through it, blocked afterwards. Nice body shot by Spong. Yeah, see, just scoring now. Like, bear in mind, this is K1 rules, so yeah, Spong Saki not throwing with the same power, not trying to knock anybody out, but he's just being busier. There's some really bad bruising on the inside of his leg, though. If you just see it underneath his shorts. Poor referee. It's a little bit undersized in there. Nice little combination there. What was that? Oh, yeah. Typical Dutch style. There you go. Yeah, slip to the inside, lands a hook, and then low kick straight after. So you can see Saki, you know, it really doesn't want to stand in front of Spong and just exchange power blows. But he's willing to go through the gears with him if he has to. Oh, yeah. See, this is where Spong's dangerous. Once he starts to find a rhythm, you're against the ropes. But Saki doing a good job to get himself back out of there. Nice. A bit of a screw shot there by Saki. See, it's not a jab and it's not an uppercut. It's between. You throw it's like a jab, but you turn your hand under and it just kind of pops their head back. It's not often you see it, but yeah, gets it there. See. I think he'd probably go for that because if you look at Spong's guard, it's almost like you could creep a hand in through, like, underneath to get his chin. Nice. Yeah, I mean, Spong is so strong. It's scary. You know, that really big power. I wonder what he just said. I mean, even though Spong is controlling the ring a little bit, I'd probably edge the fight to Saki here. I think he's been busier, and he has landed some effective techniques that have had they've had a reaction from Spong. But there's definitely arguments to say that Spong took the fight too, I suppose. You know, but in aggression and ring control, I'd have thought. Let's have a look. Okay, this one's a draw. I mean, I don't know why Spong looks so happy about that. That's when you need to be scared, when you've got to fight an extra round and the guy's smiling about it. You're like, uh-oh. Yeah, this happened to me before in a it was an 8-man Muay Thai tournament, and I had to fight an extra round, and I was like, oh no. But yeah, you pull yourself together and you get through it. This is why you have to, like at any level, you know, people start to switch off a little bit with their training when they've had a few fights, but that's when you need to be training more. You know, they think they've had some success, so they'll be okay, but you always need to prepare for more, just in case. Fight's always harder than you think it's going to be. There's never been that many fights that I've had and thought, oh, that was easier than I thought. Yeah, you can see, like, I think Spong probably felt a little bit lucky to have got that. You know, I definitely think he was down on the cards, but like I said, I can see why someone might score that he was up, but you can see what he really wants to win this. And of course, like when you fight the 4th round in a K1 fight, it's the rest of the rounds are not taken into consideration. It's just all in this one round. So, you know, now they have to empty the gas tank. See, Saki really does do well with mixing up like kickboxing, lighter kickboxing style kicks. You know, like more flicky, and then he mixes it up with Muay Thai kicks as well. So you see, even the low kick here doesn't even turn his shin over. This is where you're in danger of breaking your leg, because your shin is very thin this way, but when you roll your leg over, it's very thick that way. So yeah, watch the kick that he throws now. It's fast and it lands, but yeah, it doesn't have the same power behind it. And if Spong would have blocked, he could have broke his leg. See? But just enough to keep Spong guessing. And Saki was really good at that. You don't see many heavyweights that do that, really. So, yeah, I'm impressed by Saki's performance here. Spong at this time was like a very big, like he wasn't the Spong that everybody kind of got to know later on. He was like a young up and comer. No, I don't think anyone really wanted to fight him, but you know, he was sort of working his way through some of the older guys, and yeah, Saki doing a good job against him here. Whoa. Wow. I'll just put that back just for a second. Wow, yeah, Saki just pulled his head off the centre line and threw the right hand behind it. Such a very quick and short right hand. Ooh. You know what? Spong could have fought on, but what he did was rush back to his feet a little bit. So, let's have a look. So, he drops, and you can see straight away he's going to try and get back up again. And it was just a little bit too quick. He didn't have his legs back underneath him yet. This is what happens sometimes when people rush up. Rather than taking an 8 count, if it had took the 8 count, he could have took a deep breath and then, you know, got back to his feet, and then he would have had to have tried to knock out Saki. But because he got back up and wobbled like that, you know, they stopped the fight, which is fair. You know, the referee's job is to protect both fighters, so he did that effectively. But yeah, let's have a look at his right hand again. Boom, they both go for the same shot pretty much. It's just that Saki managed to get his head out of the way more. Like, look how much he leans down from this. Look at that. His head's like in a totally, like, it's so far down. But yeah, he had a lot of power behind that. It's funny because Spong looked like he would have been a stronger puncher all the way through. He probably was like a harder hitter than Saki. But yeah, Saki, you know, landed effectively, and Spong didn't manage to in this fight. But you know, Spong did get back up from it. You know, so that would have put most people asleep. So good job. But yeah, if there's any fights that you want me to react to, just leave them in the comments, just like Mr. X did. Yeah, and please consider liking and subscribing. Yeah, it helps a great deal. So yeah, speak to you soon, guys.